For best game you played in 2010, that's not from 2010. And, what did I play here? Oh, I have like 3 listed.
Okay.
So that's not fair. So I'm just going to go with Dragon Quest IV for the Nintendo DS, the remake. I played the first one on the Nintendo a bit, and it sort of holds up amazingly well on the DS. It's such a fun game. And Dragon Quest V is almost a contender too, because that's really, really good.
Was Dragon Quest IV originally on the NES?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's originally on the NES, and you play as basically each chapter you're playing as a different person, and then they all reunite at the end. Yeah,
that's where you have to set up a shop at one point.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the only part of that game that I don't super enjoy, because I always sell off everything, and then it's like, oh, you need 9 of this, 10 of this, and it's like, really? Because I just sold them off. And then I had to grind for like 4 hours to get everything back.
I had to say Grand Theft Auto because I actually finished that.
Yay!
Grand Theft Auto 4.
Oh, 4?
I still have the expansions I have to play, but yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4 is
That's
what I
great.
played last year. Is it last year it came out?
It came out in 07?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, okay. Because I actually stood in line for that and everything. It was
And
crazy.
Gay Tony is amazing. Like, Gay Tony, if you're a gay player, you should definitely play Gay Tony.
Yeah.
Is it? Never mind.
And,
It
yeah.
sounded like you were saying, "Gay Tony, if you're listening, I love you."
Gay Tony, call me. Gay Tony.
that line. You done?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's the most I can
mine
do
will
right
be the Uncharted series, actually. I replayed both of them this year, and because Uncharted 2 was released in 2009, right?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
The first one?
No, 2.
Yeah, 2 was
Uncharted 2
yeah.
was the second one.
Wasn't it this year?
Uncharted 2.
Oh no,
First
because
game.
because Uncharted 2 it
First
has to be
Uncharted 2
because,
or the
because
second
Uncharted 2
Uncharted
got
2?
all the Game of the
Yeah,
Year
that was
last
last
year,
year.
right? So
Yeah.
it has to be. Yeah. So they're phenomenal. Love them, and as a matter of fact, I went back and tried to get all the treasures and everything, and it's still fun. It's really fun, and looking forward to Uncharted 3 releasing in November 2011.
All right.
Mine is definitely it's a WiiWare title, which is a remake of a Bit Generation's Game Boy Advance title that was only released in Japan. Called, well, I think this is called Light Tracks or Art Style Light Tracks. The original game is like a racing game, but you're just a colored line, and there's no acceleration or brake button. You just have to draft the whole time. And on the Wii remake, they did that again, but it goes 3D sometimes, and it just switches planes, and it's got amazing music, and it's got
Is that the
different.
one you got from Pink Gorilla?
No,
Yes.
it's
PAX
yeah.
years ago?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
years
the
ago.
original,
But then
the GBA
they,
one.
so they remade all the Bit Generations games as art style WiiWare titles. So like I think
Did the Rhythm Tendoku come out?
that wasn't a Bit Generations game.
Oh, okay.
There were like $20 games for the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, I mean it's an amazing game, and I really want to get the I think one called Orbulon, and there's one called Cubello, and I play them. They're good. Just play them. Just do it.
Just shut up and do it.
Yes, play it.
Rose said so.
So I have 2, which Pictures Junk Monsters on PSP actually did come out this year, but it's technically an old game.
Yeah.
But on the PSP, I'd love if they put all the Pixel Junk games onto PSP, because I super loved it on PSP, and I liked it on PS3, but I don't know.
It's a good bathroom game.
Yeah, it's a great bathroom game, but my real title would be Prinny. Can I really be the hero?
Which is the best title
Yeah.
ever.
Can I really
And
be
the
a
second
hero?
one is all about
Aw.
finding her underwear. But this one is all about finding her missing cake. Or I guess the cake was eaten right at the beginning.
Pretties are girls?
No. The main girl. I forget her name right now.
Oh,
She
Uh,
watches
yeah.
them or something? Or
Esna?
she done
Esna?
it?
or something?
Etna?
Pink hair
Oh,
girl.
yeah, Etna.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so someone eats her cake, so they have to go find it, and all the cake ingredients are in, I think it's 9 different castles. So
Is that an
Yeah.
NIS game?
yes,
Yeah.
and it was the most punishing game I think I've ever played. It's very much like a Mega Man game, but a lot harder, and it was just so punishing. But I kept playing it and playing it and playing it, and it probably took me about 40 or 50 hours to get it through it, and it was just Yeah, kind of.
Can they really be the hero?
He can, because he did get all the ingredients for the cake.
So what happens when you get, like, is there a good... Spoiler, we're going to spoil the end of Pretty Can You Be the Hero, but...
No, can I really be the hero?
Can I really be the hero?
Really?
Can I really be the hero?
Yeah.
So what happens at the end?
Basically, you get all the ingredients for the cake. You give her the cake, and she eats it, and then she wasn't that impressed with it. Then she yells at you to go do some other things. And then in the second one, she loses her underwear. She can't find her underwear anywhere.
Yeah.
So they have to go and find her underwear.
Is it
Yeah.
in 7 pieces around the
Yeah,
world?
Yeah, part of the last.
7 different businessmen have them.
Yeah.
So surprisingly awesome game was Dance Master. I didn't even know it was coming out. I wanted the Connects, but Dance Center hadn't sold me because of the crappy song list. And then Robbie told me about Dance. He's like, I think Konami's doing a game or something like that. So I started researching it, and yeah, it's amazing. There was like no info on it, but it's such a good game. It's tons of songs from DDR, and the dog is looking very judgmental.
I'm tired. Speed it up.
So yeah, tons of DDR songs. The movement's really cool. It's a lot of pair dancing, and it's just really intense.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it takes video of you as you dance, and then incorporates your routine, your dance performance into the next time you play.
Yeah.
So you're playing, and you are in the back, or whoever else has played on your profile
So
is
I've
in the
gotten up to
background.
4 people in the background, plus myself dancing. So I don't know if it goes any higher than that, but
Is one of them Wes?
no, Wes has never danced to it. There's Robbie, Vince, myself.
And I think I put a
my
reindeer.
niece and my
I put a
mom.
reindeer head on myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you can add
Masks.
things over top of your face, so if you don't want your friends, I guess, to understand that it's you dancing.
You just want to wear a reindeer head.
Yeah, I guess so.
Surprisingly good game would be by far Limbo. It was almost my game of the year because I hadn't heard anything about it. I just saw one of those dumb Xbox advertising things on the hub, I guess, and there was like a sale or something. So I clicked on it and I just downloaded the demo. And then later on that night, I unlocked the whole game, and the next day I beat it. And since then, I've completed it maybe 6 more times, got all the achievements right away, and it's just an outstanding game in every aspect. So it's a puzzler, a platformer. It's incredibly emotional. It doesn't have any dialogue or story in it, and it's everything down to the menus is just really well thought out.
Yeah, the music's awesome to it all the way through too.
Yeah, it's very
Just
minimalist.
the ending. I just wish there was like one
But
more.
I
thing.
haven't finished it yet.
Yeah. Well, I just wish there was one more thing to.
The look of it's very inspired by F.W. Murnau and the German expressionist filmmakers of the
I thought that too.
1910s to the 1920s. But seriously, there's a movie called
Yeah, I know.
Sunrise, A Song of Humans, I think it's subtitled, and it's this amazing movie, and it's got so many of the shots are directly from that. Like him coming through the boat in the marshes is directly from Sunrise.
Oh, cool.
Well,
like,
they said it was based on German expressionist films,
Yeah.
so
you should watch. Like, go back. That is, if you're gonna watch one silent movie, I think Sunrise is maybe one of the best ones.
Mine is didn't play a lot of games. Oh my god. I didn't play a lot of games, so it has to be Super Street Fighter 4, and it is a surprisingly good game because from previous year, with Street Fighter 4 coming out from last year, wasn't expecting that the improvement was going to be that major.
It's definitely a huge improvement.
It was,
like,
right?
There's so
Not
many
just an
minute
upgrade.
things.
Yeah,
that are just,
and they edited it so well, I think. The character adjustments and everything did a really, really amazing job. And
yeah, it's not just an upgrade. It's definitely a
no,
whole new
right?
standalone game.
And most people, when it was about to release it, including myself, was like, oh, you know what? I just got that. Do I really want to
Yeah.
have another one? But they did. They justified of us paying again for the game, so it was
Yeah.
surprisingly good. And the new characters, I mean, they were amazing.
Yeah.
as
Plus,
well.
there's 2, possibly 4 new DLC characters coming out in the next 6 months.
But
Yeah.
really, like, I wish they were better.
Yeah,
downloadable
but still, more
characters.
characters are always
Yeah.
better.
Ingrid would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Ingrid.
And I appreciate that they did say that this Super Street Fighter 4 is the last console that they're gonna game that they're gonna release in the series as well.
If people didn't expect another version to come out, then that's kind of, given every other Capcom game, every Street Fighter game, like of course I knew that another version was going to come out. So
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
just didn't buy the first one. But
You didn't buy the first one?
no, because I knew they were going to announce another
But
one.
I like Super Street Fighter 4 so much better than the original Street Fighter 4 that if they release Super Street Fighter 4 Turbo or something like that, I would buy it. Like
Based on the improvement that they
Yeah.
can make, right? Yeah. So absolutely, it was.
give me 10 more characters.
Give
and,
me Birdie
Yeah.
and Rolento.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rolento's on. He's my favorite alpha character. So that'd be cool. Vince?
Oh, I guess Vanquish would be one from Platinum Games. It's not in there, but unfortunately, or is it in there? Do you have
No,
Vanquish?
I
You didn't get it? Yeah. It's actually I got to try that out at PAX, and then I downloaded the demo and checked that out and did the tutorial and everything. But it was one of the games. Yeah, it's one of those ones that wanted me to, even just from what I played, I wanted to pick it up. It's basically it's still popping, stop and pop shooting, but with
And
speed.
it's all about sliding, right?
Yeah, speed. And then the cool thing is I was looking at it, like looking at the button configuration, there's actually it's a cigarette. He can smoke. I don't know why, but no, he smokes, and it's actually part of the game where you actually use it to distract the enemies. You can go in slow motion and kill them, so it distracts them. But it's funny, he actually will stop, light a smoke, and he'll toss it, and so just to distract the enemies. And it's actually
And
part
there's
of the
nothing
game.
more bitchy than flicking a cigarette at someone's face.
Exactly. So that's mine.
Oh,
Vanquish.
yeah.
PS3 probably, because it's single player, so there's no need to get an Xbox 360.
I've heard Bayonetta, which is also by Sega and Platinum Games, is amazing.
Did Bayonetta come out this year?
Yeah.
So
It was January, wasn't it?
if
Yeah.
it had been, it would have been one of my worst games. I bought
Really?
it.
Yeah,
played
I bought it off them.
Yeah, I sold it to him because I just.
Do you have the 360 or the PS3
PS3
version?
version?
PS3?
That's the one that's broken, right? Or is it
I don't know, but the
360? One of
character
them's
acting,
broken.
there's a guy called Eggman in it. Oh, God, it was brutal. If there was a skip button, I don't even
Yeah.
care about the dialogue. Just get me past it. It was so hard.
I want to try it.
Yeah,
See if
well,
it's
like, the actual game might be good, but I just couldn't get past that voice acting right in the beginning. And, like,
Yeah.
the storyline, and, yeah, I don't know. Because I really thought it was going to be an awesome, awesome game, and I was really surprised that I played it for, like, 2 or 3 hours, and I'm like, I can't put myself through this anymore.
All right, so I have two surprise games.
Okay.
The first, which I just want to talk about to counter Robbie, is Hydrophobia, which is it got shitty reviews, like really, really, really bad reviews, and it's basically a lot like Tomb Raider with an interesting environmental combat mechanic, and it's a survival game based on escaping a flooding ship that's sinking. And it's all about dealing with the water, and she can swim for quite a while. She's got good breath control. But
Is it downloadable?
yeah, I really liked it. I mean, I thought it was
the concept is
But
really
it was,
cool.
like, announced, like, forever ago, right?
yeah.
Like,
It was
it was
announced like
supposed to be kind of like
2007.
a launch title for, or like
Around BioShock, it was supposed to come out.
Okay.
And
Wow.
the water mechanic is really, really cool. The survival stuff is awesome. The combat sucks, but it has some really good ideas.
The controls suck, and the voice acting is terrible.
Yeah, the voice
character
acting is
acting is
terrible.
terrible, and it takes up a gig. I mean,
But Scoot is kind of
Is
hot.
there Scoot?
Scoot?
Yeah, the Scottish guy.
That's the seller.
The Scottish guy is kind of
Scooting
hot.
over there.
Yeah.
Scootin'? Scoot.
But yeah, his voice acting is
The-
terrible because he's always talking in his Scottish accent.
Well,
I
it's
can't even do
the
it.
American. It sounds like to me, like an American person did the Scottish accent, and then like a British person did the American accent in the game.
I think they're all British.
Well, then that's a
Yeah, it's independent
okay.
company.
That's a really
downloadable game.
crappy Scottish accent either way.
I really liked it. So, but my real surprisingly awesome game is Enslaved, which I didn't hear about it until it came out. There's basically no press. It's by the people that did Heavenly Sword, and it's much better than Heavenly Sword. But
Yeah.
I liked
I'd
it
say,
on the sword.
Yeah.
It's okay.
yeah,
You
Heavenly
actually might
Sword was
like
pretty
that.
good too.
Yeah,
But
just
I
for
think
the
this
full
is better.
price, $60 for
No.
6 hours.
Yeah, I didn't spend the full. I spent $30 on
Yeah.
Heavenly Sword, and this game is released by Namco, and it's got great voice acting. It's got really beautiful environments. It's got a very well written, subtle relationship between the guy and the girl. Basically, the plot is that the girl puts a slave collar on the guy, and he has to do what she says
yeah.
and keep her alive, or he dies, and she can kill him. at
Or if
any
she
point
dies, he dies.
Why?
Yeah.
Like, why does she control him?
to help her get back to her village.
Does she like ambush him or something? Though?
He's unconscious, and she puts it on him while he's unconscious. And just the relationship between them as it grows. There's so many subtle layers to it, because she doesn't want to have it on him, and she starts liking him, but she still uses him because she has to.
Is it on 360 also?
Yeah. And also get it on 360 because the frame rate on PS3 is terrible. But it is in 3D on PS3, so if you have a
Play as
3D
a
TV...
monkey.
Yeah. Well,
His name's Monkey.
It's based off the what was it? The
Journey to the West.
Journey to the West. That's
yeah.
what it
Yeah,
is.
there's 3 characters in the game, basically 3 main characters, and one of them is a super fat guy who's not hot, and
With
one
the
of them's
metal pig nose. On
yeah,
the
the guy with the
back.
metal pig nose on the back, and then there's a skinny guy who is hot. I
Yeah.
kind of wish that you could amalgamate the 2 characters, because the skinny guy is really, for a small guy, is really good looking. Yeah, the main guy, I think
Yeah, the
he's
main
super
guy.
hot.
The monkey guy.
Well, he's got like
Really
a
muscular.
he's got like a 20-inch waist. His waist is ridiculous.
Well, it's like a rock band waist.
Yeah.
And he likes to jump and play with
But
sticks.
yeah, if you like muscular bear guys, the main guy in this is really a good-looking guy. Like his face is just super well modeled. And yeah, I have some problems with the game. The frame rate sucks, and there's all of Pigsy's levels and Pigsy's base suck. They're some of the worst platforming. It reminds you of like Shadow of the Empire, kind of the junkyard level. I just wanted to get out of it. And the game's only 8 hours long, and 2 hours of the game are in this horrible series of Pigsy levels. Pigsy's the fat guy.
Oh.
If you know the story of Journey to the West. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a fat guy named Pigsy?
Well, there's a pig guy.
Oh yeah, this one was based on that old story.
The
yeah.
story, yeah. The pig guy, the kind of a horse guy.